Keep dancing.
Check.
Show our listeners.
Check. Bum bum. Dude, I've been like
What's got you in
biking.
this mood, buddy?
I've been biking and running to the Challengers soundtrack, and it bops, dude.
Okay.
It's so good. It's just like you'll just be in like commuting, and then suddenly some guy is going beam bam boom boom, and then they're like you get the little tennis sound effects.
That movie's got you hyped, folks.
Dude,
Challengers.
It's so good.
The movie about tennis and menage a trois.
Yeah, it's got some menage a trois action. It's very interesting.
Gets Zach
I
riled
really
up.
enjoyed it.
Gets little Zachy riled up.
Oh, it's very
Big Zachy.
it's hot. It's there's not a lot of sex in it though. Like it's not as sexy as you might hope, unfortunately. It was really interesting because I saw it with some friends, right? And I saw it with a friend, and shout out to the gays listening. My friend is gay. Happy Pride Month. But he was disappointed that it wasn't very gay, which is very true, to be honest. Like it's barely the movie is barely
Zach, tell our listeners.
Bi-curious. The movie's like a Kinsey 1, It's disappointing. It's not very gay at all. It's very heterosexual.
Keep talking about Challengers, please. I'm
it's
loving
a good movie. I like it. I've been seeing movies. I haven't seen a lot of movies, folks. But you might think, oh, he's actually been seeing movies. This must be a movie podcast, but it's not. This is I Love You, Man.
We should be a movie pod. Why don't we just do movie pods? I don't know.
Okay, here's what I was thinking. If I could commit to this for the podcast, I would, but it would be a lot of work. I was trying to think of like different premises for the show going forward that would merge our magic tasks wherever direction we're going.
How many times a day do you think does the problem of your podcast doesn't have a premise enter your mind?
Oh, I'm tossing and turning at night.
Every day?
I wake up at 3 a.m.
Every day?
I look outside. I'm like the guy from Narcos, just like waiting.
Hi, Tor.
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah,
hi guys.
Is that Pablo Escobar?
I don't know.
Hi,
I've never seen Narcos.
I haven't seen Narcos. Is it good?
Speaking of haven't seen for a little while.
I binged it back in the day.
Did you like it?
It was okay.
Okay. There's like two
that seems to be a lot. That seems to be every Netflix show. It's like
was it Netflix
show? Isn't it?
It was
Narcos.
Netflix,
yeah. Okay, interesting. There's two Narcos. There's like Narcos, and then there's like
Netflix. Yep.
Okay. Netflix. Cool. Well, I'm glad we figured that out, folks. Look, so here's what I'm saying. I've been pitching to myself podcast premises.
Okay.
I've been pitching to myself too.
Well, I'm excited for yours. Yours are going to be good.
I've also been pitching myself.
I meant. Yeah, I was gonna. I was pitching
myself. I was pitching a 10 at Challengers. You know what I mean?
Okay, wait. Okay, so hold on. Am I right in assuming that the movie where Zendaya gets piped down by two guys at once, Zendaya doesn't even get piped down by two guys at once?
She doesn't. It's so disappointing.
Wow.
Yeah. There's zero piping. There's zero sex. It's not a very sexy movie. It's a hot movie. It's a hot movie. I feel like I've talked about Challengers.
What's the difference between hot and sexy?
For 4 weeks. What's the difference between hot and sexy? Well, okay, people aren't actually having sex in this movie.
It's all foreplay. It's all arousal.
There's a lot of foreplay, and there's a lot of sweat. There's a lot of visible heat on the camera.
I'm into that a little.
Hot.
So it's like it's steamy, but it isn't sexy.
I don't think you have to have sex to be sexy. Can I push back on that?
Sure.
Right.
But like the thing is, here's the other thing, though. Right.
I agree.
This is maybe my I don't know, but I think maybe it's how Zendaya wants to be framed or whatever. I think Zendaya, she's hot in the movie. I don't know if she's sexy in the movie. because
Okay,
like
but
I
you
think
established it's hot, not sexy. Okay, I see.
because
I see.
what I'm trying to say is that she is like she's trying to portray like this tennis star, and part of the reason that these guys are attracted to her is that she's so good at tennis. She's such a good athlete. So much of their like attention is focused on the physicality, right? Of the physicality of the movements and the athleticism, but it's not about the objectification of the body in the same way. You know?
How is that? They just added like one layer to it. Suddenly it's not objectification just because it's like academically
Oh, it's objectification, I guess, but it's like less. It's more about her physicality.
Okay,
instead of her like just bodily assets.
Here's my movie corner.
She does have some assets, though.
We saw. So the Lord of the Rings trilogy was in theaters this past weekend, like nationwide, randomly.
Was it like playing like back to back to back?
Well, no. So Fellowship was on a Friday. Fellowship was Saturday. No. Fellowship was Friday. Two Towers was Saturday. Return of the King was Sunday. Just one showing each. So we saw Two Towers on Sunday.
Nice.
And it was awesome. They had in the theater the commemorative popcorn bucket for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, this is Belly's obsession.
Now,
so I had to cop. And that's my movie corner. It's just simple.
I had to hold on. Let's see the opening again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious what it.
This is all that matters now. Is you got to see.
Can you put your hand through that? It's like a cat flap.
No. It's not an actual window.
So you can't even fuck the popcorn bucket. Come on, you guys had one thing to keep the thing going. You make a non-pipeable popcorn bucket.
You would think with this kind of iconography.
Exactly. The ape looks like it has a dick in the silhouette.
In the silhouette.
I see. Turn right side up. See, there's like it's a hammer of a.
It's its hands. It's riding a horse.
I know. Right, chimpanzees have different proportions.
I heard that they don't have big hogs.
Oh, really?
I heard the chimpanzees are not very well endowed.
You want to know the actual primate with the smallest penis to body ratio is the gorilla.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Which is amazing.
Actually, before we move past challenge, there's like a lore that has been like in my mind for weeks since it came out. Do you guys remember that? You guys remember that like viral video that came out that was pain? I hated it. I thought it was tedious.
Pain Olympics?
You might, yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
no, it was the potion seller where a guy's like fooling around with like the perspective.
Okay, yes, I know where this is going.
His webcam.
Yeah, I like the potion seller. I remember that. This was years ago.
No potions. My potions are too strong for you, and it goes on for like 5 minutes, and you're like,
please, potion master, I'm going into battle. I need only your strongest potions.
That's the guy who wrote Challengers.
It was like 15 years ago. It's like very old.
Zach, that's the guy who wrote Challengers.
Yeah. Pretty good, right?
It's just like, what the hell?
That guy's got a career. That guy's got a real career. Think about what you've done with your life.
He probably
think about the guy who did Potion Seller.
Are you inspired, Zach? Do you want to be one day be a screenwriter?
One day I'll have a movie published.
Remember that guy who tweeted it about Bionicles?
About Bionicles, right?
And putting melatonin
this is that guy.
Zach, I think you could inadvertently.
This is the melatonin guy.
You could inadvertently become one of the most insane screenwriters ever because the way you tell stories is so unique. It's so unique. You drop yourself into a situation and you focus on just the most minute minutia. You're like, I got a story about this cool dog I saw. So I'm at the bar and like I'm drinking like a hazy IPA. And I think it was, what brand was it? It was
maybe he's our like Tarkovsky.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe it's like a bleak wasteland and the viewer's just like, what the fuck does he mean? What the fuck? Why is he meandering so much?
Well, it's Lynchian in a sense.
Lynchian, yes.
It's very Lynchian.
We found my muse. That's beautiful.
I genuinely think you could become a Lynch type storyteller because I never know where you're gonna focus in on, and you always surprise me.
We should get the Twin Peaks like some of that music and pipe it in. when Zach
that's
tells the
good.
story.
Boom, boom.
I wonder if we'll get popped for that, but we can only
Definitely.
It's the best music though. That music.
It's literally the only thing I distinctly remember about the show. There's
Sure.
like it's the music, and then I remember there was a guy that was like a shut-in. He had a bunch of plants, and I liked his plants.
Oh,
That's what I remember about Twin. I watched Twin Peaks way too young before I like even understood who David Lynch was. I'm like, this is weird, but I don't. Weird.
I was talking to a comic, I can't remember who, but he was telling me that he and his girlfriend were watching. They started to watch Twin Peaks, but he made the mistake of starting with Fire Walk with Me, and he hadn't seen it. Right?
I haven't seen it either.
Well, it's just like is it
like the darkest, craziest one?
It's dark, and it's like it's kind of like undermining a lot of like the Twin Peaks the show, right? So like,
was that the one with like a lot of studio input and stuff in it? Like it ran contrary to Lynch's vision.
No, I think it is just Lynch's vision, and people don't like it.
Okay, that's like, yeah, he didn't have anyone to rein him in.
Yeah.
Anyways,
this is I Love You, Manna, a podcast about. Okay, here's my pitch. My pitch for the premise of the podcast. What if we just did Secret Lair pitches every week? Okay, where we take one thing and we pitch a few cards
and use it as a medium to talk about something that we're interested
about movies or whatever.
The flavor of the week.
Because I watched talking about filmmakers. I watched A Serious Man. Which I hadn't seen for whatever reason, and now like my entire brain has been remade into thinking about Serious Man.
Is that Mel Gibson?
No, it's a Coen Brothers movie.
Oh.
And notably,
okay.
It's set in St. Louis Park, Minnesota.
The film stars Michael Stolberg as a Minnesotan Jewish man whose life crumbles both professionally and personally when he begins his podcast, I Love You, Mana?
It is basically the Zach Kagan story. There's a lot of correlation. Also, Tor, did you ever go to Balls Cabaret?
Oh, God.
Do you remember that?
I went once. I did that.
It doesn't exist anymore.
I can't imagine why. I shouldn't shit on it. Belly. It was a sober open mic at like midnight, if I remember.
I forgot it was sober. That's right.
Yeah, it was sober. It was at midnight. Where was it even?
At the Southern Theater, across the kitty corner from Corner Bar. So it was you could go, I guess, watch.
You do Corner Bar and then you do Balls Cabaret.
I guess, but it was like a Saturday night, right? So it was like, there's no open mic, so you could watch the show at CCU. You couldn't drink because it was a sober show, and then you would come to Balls Cabaret, and then they had no microphone. It was
right. I remember just blocking that. I remember Mike Early was there, and he was the only person I knew at the time, and so I was just talking to him the whole time. That's all I remember about it.
So comics would perform. It was a variety open mic at Balls Cabaret at a theater, and the Southern Theater is one of those theaters where it's like these raised seatings that just go down, and the audience is looking down at the stage, right? So if you are the performer, you're on the stage and you're performing up to the audience there like a Shakespearean actor, but you're doing your set. It's terrible, right? And there would be musicians, and there would be crazy people just reciting their manifestos.
What day was it? Actors. It was Friday or Saturday, right? You said?
I think it was Saturday.
Okay,
maybe it was Friday. I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was Saturday.
It was during the weekend, and I remember. Yeah, there was.
It was hosted by Leslie Ball, who is a theater performer and the host of the mic. It was very sort of NPR, A Mighty Wind, Prairie Home Companion.
I feel like that's giving it a little too much credit, but yeah.
Okay, that's fair. It's a bunch of weirdos in a abandoned theater at midnight. But notably, I bring this up because one of the performers that would come to Balls Cabaret is an actor who is in A Serious Man. That is his biggest role, his number one credit on his IMDb. is his performance in A Serious Man. And I forget the guy's name. But
is it Five Rush Finkel?
It is a Jewish guy, but no.
Simon Helberg?
No.
Yeah, you can't lead with this.
Okay.
Where are you going with this?
All right, sorry. I was gonna read off every actor's name.
I'll pull it up. He was good. He's good in the movie, but like.
So is this another inspiration for you, Zach? You want to be just a one-hit wonder in a movie in a Coen Brothers?
It's just very funny. I'd forgotten that this was his credit, okay? And I'd gotten to that point in the movie, and I haven't. Balls Cabaret ended during COVID, so it hasn't been on for like 4 or 5 years or whatever. And then suddenly I was watching this
someone
movie,
you know.
And I see this guy that I used to see like every fucking week perform at Balls Cabaret, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Then it hit me that this is his one credit.
I had that moment when I was watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Mary Mack randomly was in there. So
Mary Mack's in, Mary Mack is in Solar Opposites.
Again, this was years ago. Like this was before Solar Opposites. Like I know she's done more stuff since, but I was just like, wait, what? Like Belly does no context.
So, yeah, I mean,
we should move past that.
How many of our listeners? Do you think our Irish listeners appreciated that very idiosyncratic, niche Minnesotan?
This is the kind of thing that this is a specific. This is also it's a
That's
Kagan
true. That's
story.
what makes us. It's a Kagan story. It's a Minnesota story.
I'm working on a PowerPoint. It's a very Minnesotan story that has nationwide consequences.
Okay, I mean, I say we, having never been, should spread the good word of Minnesota. Which, Tor, maybe it was kind of floated last ep, but when is the state fair?
Oh, it's the end of August.
Maybe if we keep talking about it, we can speak it into existence, and I'll visit for that or something.
The state fair is great. The state fair is an institution, and it's lots of really bad food, but it's very good.
Well, you had me at bad.
It's Ari Hoptman. That was his name.
Okay.
And Ari, if you're listening, I hope you're doing well. I hope you get some more roles. I want to see you on the big screen, Ari. You were great in A Serious Man.
Can I vent about work? Oh, sorry.
I love the movie. The movie's great. This is the whole thing, is that I wanted to create a Serious Man secret lair.
Okay, yeah.
With cards that are designed.
I like this. Can it at least be a returning segment for now?
Sure.
Yeah, this is I'm 100% going to go on
this.
So
what are the cards you're going to do?
What's a blackmail card? Or like a bribery card? Oh, bribery. Bribery. There you go. There's your card.
Yeah, and then you just reprint bribery. That's great.
Maybe not, because I that card's really good and I like it. And I don't want it to.
Yeah, you can reprint bribery with like Clive giving him the envelope of money. That's great. And then you have like the flavor text says, mere surmise, sir. That's great.
I remember I watched this movie and I got to the end of it and I just felt like empty and I was just like
Oh, the end of A Serious Man? Yeah.
The whole movie is just kind of like, oh, okay.
Because it's that's the whole point, right? Is that you can't
I think it's so.
Tor?
No, sorry. Zach, I wanted to make sure I wasn't. My internet has been so bad lately.
That's fine.
It's okay.
We're happy to see you. We've been wanting to see. We called last episode Proof of Life because we wanted proof of life of you.
And we have proof of life from your Stranger Things crossover.
No, a serious man. All right. Well, there's what would be the Dybbuk at the beginning of the movie?
Okay, that's what made me think of it at the very first. The Dybbuk. Okay. So the Dybbuk is a 1-mana hybrid white hybrid black creature 1/1. Okay. And when it ETBs, it makes a food token. Okay. Because comes in for some soup. And then when it also ETBs, you exile the top card of your library face down. When the Dybbuk dies, you reveal that card. If it's a a non-land card, your opponent loses 3 life. If it's a land, you lose 3 life.
Wait, this is a card, or are you?
No, Zach made this up because that would be like
no.
The
I'm
so
designing a card.
So, yeah, I was gonna say
I'm
that's the most
designing a
powerful.
card.
They don't design cards for Secret Lair. You're already destroying.
Yeah, they do. They design new cards for Secret Lairs from time to time.
Yeah, I remember when the Walking Dead one, they had like
okay. All right. Well, that was Universes Beyond. Okay.
Yeah, this is a Universes Beyond product.
Okay.
But the whole point of the D-Book is you don't know if it's a D-Book. You don't know if it's an evil spirit or if it's a helpful man, right? So when it dies, you either are punished for killing it or you are rewarded for killing it, depending on if it's good or bad. You don't know. It's uncertain.
Dude, if a Dybbuk ever tried that shit on me, I'd cut that shit out so hard. I'd be like, fuck you, Dybbuk. I'm not letting you cross my threshold or the threshold of my ass. No, because then I would open him up and reveal the scary, I don't know, curse inside of him.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't even let him get close to me.
Okay, we can't talk about Serious Man for that long because Nina hasn't seen it and she's like sick of me talking about it.
It is. I will say it's Belly. Hi, Nina. Belly. The Coen.
The thing is, it's become like my new Korean War, and that it's like something that I keep talking about.
Something you served.
Yeah, I served my time thinking about it.
For Zach, in Zach years, watching a whole movie is like, deploying.
You're right. That is hard for Zach. You got to do like before and after.
Yeah, my ADHD ass.
Before screening A Serious Man and after screening Serious Man. And it's just that picture from like World War II.
Oh,
that German guy. That
after the war.
But I do want to say, like, Belly, like the Coen brothers, you probably know this. They're from Minneapolis. They're from.
I was gonna say they seem very Minnesota coded.
Yeah, so that I think like I love every movie they do. It's
Fargo.
Really. I mean, Fargo was kind of interesting because I think like there was kind of an extra little thing to it where they were over exaggerated. Like it was almost like a German, what is it called, like impressionism, where it's like everything, it's kind of real, but it's just slightly exaggerated kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a heightened reality and a heightened version of the accent, a heightened version of these sort of characters.
Because it's like it's such a parody of Minnesota. Like it's so I don't know. It's crazy. It's so weird. Like I've eaten at I've eaten at a place that was like that the movie was filmed in. Like,
really?
It's called Tanucci's. It's closed now, but it was a big buffet. It was like a fancy buffet. It was the old fancy buffet.
But like think about it, like the characters in Fargo, right? You could just imagine their them on cards, right? You can imagine like Marge.
What's Minnesota in the Magic? Is there a plane that is like
Kaldheim?
Kaldheim?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That once you hit the pine forest, yeah.
Okay.
But like
I hate to bring this up, but in Outlaws of Thunder Junction there is a Paul Bunyan card.
Okay.
Right, they did that.
I'll take Kaldheim over. Kaldheim seems more Minnesota coded than OTJ.
Yeah. But like I guess in the story of OTJ, like the Paul Bunyan character is an immigrant to this land, so whatever. Who knows where she's from originally?
There you go.
This is so fascinating.
I'm just trying to. I don't really have much to say. Like I just don't remember that much about A Serious Man. I was gonna say could be like an equipment wood chipper that we put Paul Bunyan through.
That's beautiful, right? The wood chipper. That could be like Clark Clan Ironworks or something like that.
There you go. There's your big reprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sacrifice a creature, gain. It's the fucking.
You get mana.
Altar, whatever. I don't remember magic cards. What's the magic card?
Come back, Tor. It's MH3. That's the ep we're doing. We're doing the comprehensive Modern
review of MH3. And I even have half a cold open that I could read.
Oh god.
Can I vent about work for 5 to 10 minutes? So much has happened.
Please.
We haven't spoken to you for like 2 months.
Yes.
2 weeks.
It definitely 3.
I went nuts.
Definitely
I got really
3.
obsessed with researching Richard Nixon. That's what you missed. I watched a ton of Nixon interviews.
We could have had a Nixon app. I want a Nixon app.
Let's do a Nixon app.
You want to do a Nixon? I'll put together something once I
week.
finish with the rise and fall of somebody from Minnesota.
The rise and fall of somebody. Who's rising? Who's fallen? Except for my penis during a screening of Challengers.
Okay, Tor, the floor is yours.
Sorry, okay, so this happened today, or no, it didn't happen today. I was gonna say that it happened today. It happened a while ago, but I just haven't been able to bring it up. I was just like taking somebody's order, and like they're just like, "Hey, so what do you want?" They're like, "I want a Hawaiian pizza," and this is tip number 1 for ordering pizza. Don't say I want a Hawaiian pizza if you don't want our specialty Hawaiian pizza. Say I want ham and pineapple. I've circumvented this many times, so I always ask to clarify. I'm like, all right, do you want our specialty Hawaii? It's got fucking provolone cheese, bacon, and other shit on it. I say that it's better. It's better and more expensive. It's got more.
So it's a more premium product.
Yeah, a better cheese. Just look it up online, you freaks. But
Belly, pull that up.
No, I didn't mean you freaks, but I'm talking to just people.
I'll pull it up. Keep talking, Tor.
Yeah. So, this is just fuck. I'm already realizing this is just a general complaint. Like, fucking don't be like when I ask like, what do you want? Don't be like, I'll get a veggie pizza, because 100% of the time when somebody goes, I want a veggie pizza, I go, okay, this is what's on our veggie pizza, and they go, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Then say the toppings that you want, so I can put it into the machine and get you your fucking pizza.
Yeah, I guarantee there's a topping on that veggie pizza that's gonna rub someone the wrong way, right?
Yeah, it's so fucking every time. They go, I'd like a veggie pizza. Usually it's like English as a second language too. So I'm like, all right, this is what's on it. Do you want that? Like, I don't want that. And I'm like, okay, what vegetables do you want? They go, what vegetables do you have? I just have to. It's infuriating. But anyway, so this lady comes in and she's like, I want a Hawaiian pizza. I'm like, do you want our specialty Hawaiian pizza? This is what's on it. And she goes, no, I don't want that. And I'm like, okay, what do you want on your pizza? You could have told me. And it was ham and pineapple. And so I'm like, all right, ham and pineapple. She's like, that comes with Thai sauce, right?
Is that a thing?
Is it a thing? I don't think it's a thing. What's Thai sauce? There's no such thing as Thai sauce.
Well, okay, if you go to Pizza Luce, they have a Thai pizza, but it does not have ham or pineapple on it.
Of fucking course Pizza Luce is behind it. Did they have Thai sauce on their pizza?
Yeah, they have a Thai pizza with
Thai sauce on it?
It's got like peanut sauce on it. That's what they're describing.
Okay,
probably.
So once again, the root of all my problems stems from that demonic company, Pizza Luce. I finally have something.
Likes it.
Aaron likes it. Aaron's favorite restaurant is Panda Express.
Here's a list of the hot sauce. It's a lot of good stuff. I decided to get the small one. The small version cost me $10.
Okay,
we got here.
That's an outdated.
I want to look at. The
nice
fiery. It's got jalapeno.
I
can fuck that up.
Can you pause really quick? This is already out of date. First of all, that box is out of date. Second of all, we got rid of roasted red peppers. There are no more roasted red peppers.
Oh, no.
Bowen had a decision, by the way, because they lasted forever. They're preserved, and they were fucking delicious.
Oh, sure.
But now those roasted red peppers are replaced with green peppers.
Although this also get no respect, isn't that? Don't you notice that? Like, if someone's like, if you go to the grocery store, right, and you look at like the pepper section. The green peppers are like $1.50 less. Like they just know that no one wants a green pepper. What happened, man?
I'll go you one further. Why do they sell like stoplight? Not stop. I actually like the stoplight where it's red and yellow and green. Yeah. But now they try to sell like red peppers with like yellow and orange. Like the yellow and orange peppers taste awful. It's either green because you get a little more earthy flavor, it's a little sharper, or red where it's a little sweeter. Those in between peppers can fuck off.
You
stop selling me those.
You don't like the yellow and orange?
No, they're trash. They can't decide who they want to be. They need to make up their mind so I can know what I'm putting.
There's a lot happening right now.
Let's go.
So this is an out of date pizza tour. So should we
I don't even think
this?
So this is the fire Hawaiian pizza. This is actually a discontinued pizza.
Okay.
We used to put.
I'm glad I'm learning this. What is what is the mainline Hawaiian pizza? I'll put that.
I think it's called the Honolulu Hawaiian pizza.
Honolulu Hawaiian pizza. Okay.
Fun fact: if you go into if you go to the Domino's website and you start entering stuff into your cart, we can see that. We're spying on you.
Wait, what do you mean? Start
I
entering
think you
stuff
told
into
us
your cart?
this.
Yeah, if you like put a pizza in your cart, a little screen pops up at my work, and it's like, "Hey,
so what are you
somebody's
supposed to do
this.
with that information?"
Hey everyone, welcome back to
5-minute eats. It's fast food Friday.
Like what are you supposed to do with the info that
11 p.m. Sunday.
that's in someone's cart?
well,
Can
see,
you affect that in any way?
Well, people seem to expect their pizza to be ready the minute they order it.
Okay.
Because the people just seem to think we have a button that like we push and the pizza comes out.
Well, they do it.
So we have to make that. We have to start making the pizzas before they order it.
But
Right.
Domino's has the tracker.
Yeah, that's mind ordering too, right?
I don't know what mind. I never
the
learned what mind ordering
proprietary
is.
pizza progress tracker.
You're wearing the hat.
I know.
You're
I
wearing
never
the
learned.
mind
I don't
ordering
want to
hat.
know what it is. I never
Tor.
learned what it is.
So Tor,
People-
is this up to date? The Honolulu.
No, because I think because that's got roasted red peppers on it. We
This
got rid
is
of those.
Oh my god.
Picture that with green peppers on it. And I will say the green peppers really don't make it look like a Hawaiian pizza. I think that's why you can't find many pictures of it.
I think
'Cause
we're straying further from the light, God's
Yeah,
light.
You need the roasted red peppers to add that like that's what a Hawaiian that's the color a Hawaiian pizza should be.
And for the
I don't want to speak for Hawaii, Belly. So if I'm saying anything wrong, feel free to just swat me down.
I honestly, I think this is the authentic Hawaiian pizza. Like
I'll try to find one with the green peppers because it doesn't look right.
Belly, if you
looks like
order
a
pizza,
bastardization.
if you order pizza in Hawaii, do you have to ask specifically for no pineapple?
I'm just thinking, what
Also, for the
culture is
listener-
this? Like the authentic, the Domino's Hawaiian pizza. Like Tor is like an elder that knows the recipe was lost to time, but it was carried on through oral tradition, and now
yeah, oral tradition. Me picking up a slice and putting it in my mouth.
I
That's
remember
oral
the
tradition.
spicy Hawaiian. The funny thing is, the legend of the spicy Hawaiian was passed down to me from an elder. Because it was discontinued by the time I started it. I found a picture of one with green peppers. Just give me one.
okay. I'm
show
gonna
you.
stop sharing.
Come on, Spence.
So here is this is what it looks. See, that's not a Hawaiian pizza.
I will
It
say,
is. But
okay. So this is up to date. This is
this is what it would be.
oof. Yeah, that's
Complete
tough.
with a bubble crust. That's
tough.
That doesn't look bad.
It's a fine pizza. Don't get
It's
me
tough
wrong.
in comparison to what it once was.
But
you
the
know what I
roasted
mean?
red peppers is really,
sure.
it's really kind of. But yeah, she asked for Thai sauce. Yeah, that was the whole thing. It was just they asked for Thai sauce, and I was kind of.
That broke you.
Yeah. Another story from work.
Okay.
So this person answered the phone, and he was, oh, hello, is that Sebastian?
It is
Yeah.
Sebastian. Does he do this often?
Sometimes I kind of can't put him down. He doesn't really want to go down.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna.
That's because he loves you.
No, he's scared of getting dropped.
Is he
I'm
gonna
put him
bite
down
you
safely.
if he? Okay.
No, he's being good. He's a good
Listeners,
guy.
I think this is we talk about it constantly, but you gotta check out sometimes. Sometimes we have visual, sometimes we're visual heavy.
I mean,
would
he's
tag-
hanging out right next to me, so he doesn't want to. Yeah, for the listener, if you wanted to see me kind of juggle Sebastian,
Yeah.
like he's
If you wanna know what an
a figure
authentic-
skater.
Hawaiian Domino's pizza is. You learned it here.
Up to date.
So okay, what's the end of this story?
I mean, the end was she
conclusion?
asked for Thai sauce.
Yeah,
and
the Thai sauce.
short circuited my brain, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
ended up being really rude to her. I
Okay.
wasn't really rude. I was just like, we don't have anything called Thai sauce on the menu. And I didn't even register that I was kind of being mean. It was just she was like, does that come with Thai sauce? And it just like it broke me from like, because like I'm really mechanical. If somebody's taking it, I'm just like, it would blah blah blah, whatever, get out of my face as fast as possible. But like, or I mean, I'm pleasant. I have customer service skills, but like that one snapped me out of my customer service mode, where I was like, we don't have anything called Thai sauce on the menu. I was like, oh, that sounded so much meaner than I meant it to be. Another time, this like new hire like answered the phone and he had something that like he didn't know how to do. So I was like, I'll just take the phone call. And I look on the caller ID and I'm like right over the phone, and like I look at the caller ID and the caller ID is Bonk Madonna, Bonk Madonna.
Okay.
And I was like, I saw it. I was like, Bonk Madonna. Don't mind if I do.
Nice.
And then I was like, thank you for holding, ma'am. How can I help you? And she was like, I wasn't on hold. I was just going to open the receiver. So she heard me say Bonk Madonna. Don't know if I do. But it was fine. It was actually like, it was
Can that
from
be the episode title? Would we be
Sure.
doxing this person if I?
No,
if
because
that's-
it's not actually a person. What it is,
Okay.
she found it funny because like it was like a nursing, or it was like, I think it was a hospice facility, but it was it's like it was like named Madonna, and then like BONK was like the acronym of like the parent company or something like that.
Wait.
So she's
that's-
like, yeah,
okay,
we
so
do
she
have a
had
weird
humor
caller
about
ID.
it.
Yeah, no, it was fine. It was fine. I just like for a second there, I was like, oh shit, oh man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anything else from work? Oh yeah, just one last thing. This lady called and she was like, "There's too much cheese on my cheese pizza. I want a free cheese pizza." And they actually gave it to her.
God.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot your shot, I guess, but that's
No,
crazy
I was
that
like,
worked.
we gotta shut that shit down, dude. You can't be giving a free pizza for that shit. You ordered
Too
a
much
cheese
cheese
pizza
in the
and
cheese pizza.
she didn't even put light cheese in the instructions. She just like, we have a light cheese option. She didn't select it. Like,
Yeah.
it's gotta be, you guys gotta
That's
try harder.
disappointing. That's
That's
disappointing.
like,
You're lucky you got a rookie, because if you got me, I would have had you on the line for 20 minutes, just stonewalling you.
You would have checked their household at the end of
Dude,
the night,
I-
knocked on their door.
The longer I work like service industry jobs, the more I just relish denying service to people. It's so good. Like if you order within like a half hour of like us closing and prolonging my shift like an hour, like you probably won't get the pizza, because I'm gonna do a security call back. If you don't answer your phone, we're canceling that shit. Like if you do it, like there's just all these little things you can do to like.
Do people like short circuit Tor when you like push back, or like?
Well,
do
you
they
have
short circuit when they're like, "Why are you not serving me automaton?"
Well, yeah, it's more like, because you have to be really respectful, but you kind of like put a little like relish on like the sirs and stuff. Like we just make and deliver the pizza, sir. I'm sorry your sandwich didn't have enough chicken, but there's nothing I can do about it. They're like,
Did they eat the chicken in front of you? What? Or they call back?
Yeah, they call. Like it's a delivery or something. I'm like, well, we put
like,
we
"Wait
put
here."
like we put 1.5 grams of meat on that sandwich, and that's all Domino's allows us to do. You're gonna have to take that up with corporate. And they're like, how can I call corporate? I'm like, I don't have the number for corporate handy. I'm sure you can look it up anywhere. Like it's just, you just answer their question, but like don't ever give them anything. So they'll continuously be like what's an example? Okay, so like we recently rolled out New York style pizza. And the reason we did that is
recently.
because like within
within
like
what's different? What makes it New York style? Like,
well, I got to tell you, we used to have Brooklyn style, right? But Brooklyn style like takes actual skill to like toss. Like you actually have to be like really careful how you're tossing it. And Domino's has such a high turnover rate that like no one they can't train people fast enough to do the Brooklyn style, right?
I love that Domino's is just like this cultural database, and just capturing all these cultures and sharing it with the Twin Cities.
Dude, it's actually insane. It's like the most diverse workplace I've ever worked. Like we have literally every type of person.
Maybe that
So
person
I'm
who
a little
ordered Thai
confused.
sauce is from the future tour, and they were like,
Oh,
maybe
well,
that's a product.
I have a confession to make, which is that I've gotten it mixed up. I don't think it's Pizza Luce that has the Thai sauce pizza. It was
Who is it?
actually Galactic Pizza, the place where Aaron and I used to host the open mic, that is now closed.
Galactic's closed. Pour one out.
Galactic is over. It's been over for like several months now. But like that's where you got the Thai pizza slice. It's not Pizza Luce. They don't even have it on the fucking menu.
Galactic Pizza experienced heat death.
Yeah,
its
I did some
molecules slowly broke
AI,
apart.
hallucination. I just transposed a menu item from another pizza place onto a different pizza place.
But real quick, so the difference between Brooklyn style and New York style is that New York style is basically it's just much thicker, so it doesn't take as much skill to toss. And so
Brooklyn is thinner.
Yeah, Brooklyn is like pizza in New York kind of. It's big. It's it's thin.
But
it's
that's
floppy.
Okay, is that not Domino's pizza? I know Domino's is not like thin crust by any means, but Domino's has thin crust too.
Yeah, we have thin crust, or we still have thin crust. We have hand tossed, and then in between that is Brooklyn style. We give you a lot of options, Zach. We also have a pan.
Also,
we have four different thicknesses.
You sent me a text of your was it a dough smasher? You sent me a picture of this.
Oh yeah, we got that too because the dough smasher couldn't toss Brooklyn
put that
style.
up there. Throw that up there.
So
we just got this thing. But that can't toss Brooklyn style either. So we had to make New York style. The problem is New York style and hand tossed are almost indistinguishable from one another.
So can you explain to me what does this machine do?
You see that lever on you put some dough on the blue
thing
there.
Press.
Yeah, for the listener, it's a machine covered in corn meal, right?
Yeah. That's what we do. That's what your pizza's covered in. It's cornmeal.
And I love how it's got like the sign here says Domino's DJ.
Yeah, they give really weird. They have really weird acronyms for stuff in Domino's. Like we have this like heat box up front that people can just open it up and take their pizza out of, but we have to refer to it as a PPU, which stands for Pie Pass Unit, which is just like this is the worst acronym possible. So you picture this: you're picking up your pizza. And you're like, hey, I ordered this pizza, and then the guy behind the counter goes, yeah, it's in the PPU. You just got to pull it out of the PPU. You would shoot that man for making sexual advances towards you.
Zach, I have an idea for the premise of this episode or this podcast, which is we just talk about Domino's lore. Domino's lore is so deep.
It's very deep.
So interesting.
There should just be a Domino's podcast.
We have someone on the inside. We have someone on the inside. And
we have two. We have Aaron as well.
That's true. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Wait, it's Aaron's birthday. Happy birthday, Aaron.
It's Aaron's birthday. Happy birthday,
Aaron.
I
mean, like on Saturday, but whatever. Okay. Tor, I have a question for you.
I also have a question, Tor.
Okay.
After hours, are any of you guys putting your balls or penis in this
we
thing?
were explicitly forbidden from smashing any body parts in it. I will say though, so it presses, right? You pull that lever and it presses, but once it starts to press, it also vibrates to keep like the dough from like sticking. So it's like, so I bet it would probably feel decent for like half a second before the inevitable squish. But yeah, we got a pizza smasher. Did I send you? I'll have to dig this photo up in a sec. I feel like I've talked about Domino's for too long. So I think we should move on to Modern Horizons.
I have one more question.
Right. Every podcast talking about Modern Horizons. How many podcasts are talking about the
PPUs?
The PPUs.
I'll keep going. Sorry, Billy.
When someone puts a pizza in their cart, hasn't ordered it yet, and you say you start cooking it, preparing it before it's bought, is this like kind of based off of it's like it's a regular and like, oh yeah, this fucking dipshit's definitely gonna order this, or it's like like a guest user, you kind of wait a little because you're
Sure.
not sure.
No,
You know what I mean?
I leave stuff in my cart all the time.
I know. It's like if it's Zach, you're like,
Yeah.
So there
I'm
is a
flaky.
time. So the card has a timer. After 5 minutes, it'll drop off. We call it. So like I said, everything is referred to by some like weird ass acronym. That system is called the DSS, which stands for Digital Shoulder Surfing, which is a really, really sanitized. I feel like that's one of the best PR like names I've ever heard.
digital
it's like
shoulder what?
digital shoulder surfing. Like shoulder surfing is like looking over someone's shoulder for like
Yeah.
testers. So that is like the most PR riddle because like it's basically like, hey, we're spying on you, like when you don't know it. But like, dude, if the Patriot Act was called the Digital Shoulder Surfing Act,
Yeah.
like,
Why is the Dominoes app have access to all my photos?
like just to do my job, I have to sign into an app that tracks my location, like even after I'm signed out of it.
Cool.
Like,
you live in a
records
cool
me.
world.
Like it records
That's
every
super
second.
cool.
Yeah. It's so fun to work for a great company. That there's all sorts of like little things though that like you don't get to see. I gotta go grab my phone to bring this one up that I do want to talk about, but really quick, there's like in our we have lots of little touch pads everywhere and like POS point of service, not piece of shit stuff, but like one of the things of like our user interface for these little iPads, there's a little like Noid and he's dabbing. He's like doing the dab.
Oh,
This is like such a like.
What's his
That's
name? Or
fun.
does he have an acronym?
What? No, he's just the Noid. I wonder if the Noid is an acronym. I wouldn't put it past them. Like, I mean, there's so much Dominoes lore. I mean, like Tom Monahan, the founder. There's like a picture of him in our store tossing dough. He like founded his own he planned his own town. And like
This is fascinating.
And,
Okay.
like,
Zach,
built
we have content for the next 5 years. We just do the secret lair and Dominoes lore.
just Dominoes lore.
Dude.
going back and forth. No, the Dominoes lore
and
is like,
voicemails. Because we have a new one. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna play her.
voicemail.
We have a
can't-
new one.
how is his turnaround this fast?
This guy's. Oh,
It's your fan from Ireland. My boss had a meeting with all of us at work and he said the company would no longer be contributing to the IRA plan. Oh, that's not gonna work with us. There's only one way out of the IRA. You just can't opt out. So at my boss's funeral, I leaned over to his coffin and I said, "Oh, cheeky boy, who's inside the box now?" So from my country to yours, don't fuck with us.
I actually admire him for not making a car bomb joke, because that's
Yeah.
where
I
I
mean-
thought it was going.
How is it not a car bomb joke? The boss dies, right?
But he doesn't explain. The boss died from natural causes.
Also,
Like
for our
Richard
listeners, that
Ramirez.
was our first video call in voicemail. So
Yeah, he's getting
you know,
too powerful.
He's
I'm
becoming too
worried.
powerful. Tori, you missed last week. Sasquatch has been canceled, so we won't be having Sasquatch on again.
Oh no!
So we only have the Irish guy and Mad Dog, and like Gavin Verhey, which
No, but we have a new character, which is Girthmaster. and
oh
we,
yeah,
we
you
love
missed
Girthmaster.
Girthmaster.
Girthmaster's pretty good.
No, okay, all right.
Honestly, Girthmaster, like, we should do an award show from these call-ins, and I think Girthmaster is in the running for call-in of the year.
Really, we should put together. No, that's so much work. Unless it's like
No,
okay.
Belly should put it together.
No.
I think.
No. If anyone's putting it together, I'll put it together. I just need if there's like, fuck it.
I will pay you $100, Tor, if you put it together.
I
That's
was
how
just gonna say if we have access to a database of the voicemail.
I do have access to that,
Oh,
which
thank
are my
God.
DMs with.
Oh, sorry, damn it. Okay, so it's not an organized database.
So it actually does make the most sense for me to do it.
I don't want to just. I really want to find something, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
It'll take like 2 seconds.
That's okay. Belly, how about your work-life balance? How's that treating you?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think why we went a little radio silent is because I was a little busy with work, and
yeah, it is like it's really telling, what makes the podcast happen, and at the end of the day, it's someone who can press start on the recording.
And up,
which
is
you would
seemingly low bar. You would think
any one of us could possibly do that, but it turns
really,
out
there's
it's
a lot of
challenge.
complications, which is everyone always forgets to log in except for me, and if no one's logged in, no one can hit record. So there you go.
I never received the line. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I gotta send this to.
But I get, I guess I do have to go to dinner soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give us something to wrap up on. Just give me 2 seconds.
We don't want to talk about all the great, Here's the thing. The other thing is that like Magic is getting so big, right? Which is a good thing. Honestly, I think Modern Horizons 3 is a really fun set. I've been really enjoying, drafting in it. I was very lucky. I got to play early access. I know
that's pretty amazing.
I'm kind of worming my way into.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I was sending something to a group, to a group chat, so I could pull it up. I'm back. I just want to show you this plaque that is plastered.
Okay, show us the plaque, and then we are contractually obligated to give Zach 10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes? Jesus. Okay.
Shit. So I have to move between different.
Karate Studio, Great Hall, Fire.
Oh, that was. I wanted to send that. That was a picture I took in a mega church, and it completely reversed my opinion on mega church.
That's awesome.
They have a karate studio.
That's like nice.
That's all we need.
Okay, show the next photo, Zach.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I got
Tor's
it.
got it. Okay.
All right. So this is our plaque. This came up like last year, I think. Are we presenting? I can't see.
Yeah, we're presenting.
Okay.
Do you want to read it?
Yes. Dominoes emblem at the top. This is the official. This is the imperial seal of Dominoes at the top there. Purpose. Feed the power of possible, one pizza at a time. We believe in opportunity, hard work, inspired solutions, winning together, embracing community, uncommon honesty. Now that last one's definitely wrong because we are not allowed to be honest with the customers. But
that's awesome.
I was like, why is that this thing is like driving me crazy.
Wait, can you scroll back up? Is this like a stone tablet? Are we led?
It's a metal
meant to
plaque.
believe this is a metal plaque, but the hands are depicting like a tablet with these laws.
Oh sure,
it's gonna dig up, and they're gonna form a religion around it.
Wow,
and it's gonna be the religion that destroys the universe.
Honestly, Tor, before I met you, before I was thrust into the I Love You Mana verse, I mean, I fucked with Dominoes. Dominoes is my favorite. It's good. They do believe in hard work and opportunity. It's good. It's the best pizza place.
I'm not going to despair. Like everything's like at least our store is very clean. We don't like fuck with people's food. Like
everything's fresh.
We make we have a person working at our store. Well, it's a couple that like I think should open their own pizza place because their pizzas that they make are like it's incredible.
Next year,
I have to take like a picture for you or something because like they make the best looking tasting pizzas ever, and it's like it doesn't even taste like Domino. I mean,
even with the Domino's paradigm, right? Even with the man standing over you.
Yeah, no, they're artisans. Like it's insane, and I think they should open their own business.
The sheer power of the human spirit, the indomitable nature, create even in the face of tyranny. So
all right, that's enough Dominoes. Sorry. Do you want to say anything before we?
No, I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of overlap between Dominoes and Magic in Magic Design 2024, right? You know, it's a commodified product. They're giving people exactly what they want, or you know, what perhaps they say they want, right? You're marketing to the. I don't know what I'm saying, man.
They're very greasy.
It's very great. Yeah, well,
Zach,
the folks.
Can I shout this out for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Zach was on a very big show.
I don't know if
Quest
it's a
for
very
the
big show.
Jank
These
Lord?
are local guys. These are the Quest for the Jinklord guys.
Do you want to
They
talk about this,
want
Zach?
to potentially, maybe they'll be guests on I Love You Mana. Maybe we can
Back to
bamboozle
the
them.
dungeon. It's time for the terrible Tower Tuesday, where we punish ourselves.
Look
by
at that.
pretending we
Who's
know
that?
how to
Oh
do
shit!
magic.
Tori.
Look
We
at
have
that.
a very special guest with our patron Zach. Welcome.
Wow,
To the dungeon.
incredible.
we need to pause on the wow and just.
Okay,
Wait,
they didn't
so
tell
Zach-
me
We have a
that.
very special guest with our patron Zach. Welcome.
Wow,
They didn't
incredible.
tell me that
That's
they
Zach's
were gonna
thumb.
pitch it because they were like, "Oh, you've got a magic podcast. Do you want to do our show, right?" But then they were like, "Why is this guy on the show with us?" And they pitched it as like, "Oh, he's a patron of our Patreon," which I only started patronizing their Patreon
Well, yeah,
after they
just-
booked me
hold
on
on,
the show.
Let's not. Hold on. Let's not burn any bridges here.
Let's not
No,
burn
I
any
love
bridges.
them. They're very
However,
nice guys.
I
but they-
respect the big timey move. That's kind
But
of
they-
a power move.
They portrayed it as if I had like given them enough money to get to a tier that's like beyond the show.
That's smart, though. That's smart. They're being like, "Hey, all you pay piggies, you know, maybe
Yeah,
if you give us
it's
a little
a
extra
subtle
sugar,
appeal
nudge,
to
nudge."
the pay piggies.
That's right.
So
And
listener,
honestly, it does.
go
It
watch
has
that ep.
worked for us, right?
Go
Because
wa-
like
well,
our patrons,
Well.
I think
At
the
this-
majority of our patrons
That's-
have been on the show in some capacity.
That's true.
Fair
That's
point.
true.
Oh god. Should we say Modern Horizons for next week?
Well,
Sure,
we're doing
whatever.
Richard Nixon next week. The Richard
No,
Nixon
no, dude.
secret
I
lair.
am not,
No?
dude.
You're not ready.
I'm literally gonna. I'm gonna fucking call Woodward and Bernstein frauds. I'm gonna call. Like,
I mean,
it's
sure.
not- I need to be prepared for that.
Okay.
Who's Woodrow and Bernstein? Are they like composers?
Sorry, Woodward and Bernstein. No, they were the guys that broke Watergate.
Oh, okay. What? Look,
I'm so ready.
I've done like a bunch of Korean
No, I'm
War
laughing.
stuff.
I'm laughing at
He's
Tor.
laughing at me.
Yeah,
because
I'm so ready for this.
why-
Nixon
Richard Nixon was the
truther?
last good president we ever had.
He wanted universal health care.
Universal health care.
That's
That was
true.
on the.
I-
that was-
yeah,
That was on the table. We could have had it.
that's true.
It's crazy, man. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Okay, my question for you guys, right? And I kind of want to just sort of check in, right? Because, like, obviously I'm still, like, getting absolutely bamboozled by Magic the Gathering. Okay, actually, I'll tell you this a little bit, just to tease in, like, Modern Horizon stuff. We won't get into this this week, but maybe next week. I went to 2 pre-releases, okay? Do you know what it costs to go to 2 pre-releases for Modern Horizons 3?
$100.
wanna
Oh
guess?
god.
$100.
It's a premium product.
$130.
Micah got it exactly right. It
Oh,
costs $130 for 2 pre-releases. Okay,
We were texting though, so.
You got it.
and the oh yeah, I think I might have told you exactly how much it cost. But the store, it was at Lodestone Comics and Games, premium store, one of the
Great
best
store.
stores in the Twin
Great
Cities.
place.
And the guy running the pre-release said explicitly, we are buying cards from the set. If you open rares, if you open commons, whatever, give us your pool. We will buy it all, and we'll give you 30% in like store credit or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
So I was like, okay, maybe I'll make a little money back on the pre-release or whatever, right? Okay. Do you want to know the net loss or the gain, right, that I got from the weekend?
Wait, lost-
Wait. What would they have bought it back at? Like market
30%?
or like market?
They would buy it at their buy price with an extra 30% for store credit.
Okay, so is that like that's almost regular market price.
It's almost.
Well,
but it's
what was
probably
it?
a
Their,
little bit
I mean, their
less.
store price, their store buy price has to be like below 50%.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
is EV the right term to use in this?
No, because
No,
it's
no,
not
yeah,
expected
it's not
value.
expected- yeah,
This is
right,
the
right.
actual value.
I'll just say
right?
that, yeah, your V for this is
My actual value. Yeah.
I'm gonna say for both you. So you spend 130. Total value of your cards is $50. You got shadowed or something.
I was gonna
Not-
say minus 100.
Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty. I think I got like $30 from my cards the first day, and I forget how much I got from the cards the second
So I nailed it. 100. Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
No, so one day I got 30 back, but keep in mind I'm like that's like just you're basically spending $35 just to like hang out at the
Yeah, so
store.
Yeah, you're not
40
keeping the
bucks.
cards.
I mean,
yeah.
40 bucks for. Well, you don't get the cards.
You don't walk away with the cards.
I
Yeah.
know if that's worth it.
So no, I mean here's the thing. I think the price of the set is very high to play in paper, and the prices are I don't know. Eventually they're gonna figure out what actual value for these cards are, and some of these cards are going to be modern staples or whatever. But this is what I kind of want to ask you guys, right? Like, so I'm engaging in the set in the way that like any kind of Magic, pay pig, Jank Lord Patreon subscriber or whatever is engaging with the cards, right? But you guys are now, Tor is a lapsed player, Belly, you're like a casual player or whatever. Like, what?
I have the commander. I have it pre-ordered. It's coming on Monday. I ordered the fucking dwarf commander again.
Ooh, there's a new dwarf.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They got
you do
me.
have
The
you're
energy,
getting
the energy Jeskai deck.
Yeah, no, they'll get me. They'll get me again. I guarantee. Jeskai dwarf.
Yeah, there's a new Jeskai
Tor, it's
dwarf.
been so long.
And it's very
Tor,
powerful.
We've had 2 consecutive commander products where there was a dwarf commander.
And
I actually,
Can
I
you think about
did,
the
I
odds
was,
on that.
I was looking back through like some of the sets I missed just to see what cards were like a week or so.
It's so fun. It's so
it is.
cool.
It's starting to hook me a little again. I started to get like pangs again, and I'm like,
hell yeah.
I mean, just like talking.
Let's put all our chips in Bloomborough. I'm excited for that. Little cute creatures.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a Lorwyn type one? Because that'll get me in.
I think it's
Wilds of
Redwall.
Eldraine almost
It's been
did it for me.
pitched as Redwall. The Redwall.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
red. It's like little fluffy animals.
That might not do it for me. Not that I have anything against Redwall.
Yeah. Tor, I think you're gonna have to wait a year and change, but they will come back to Lorwyn.
Yeah,
which that'll bring you back.
That'll get me
Do you
back.
think will Assassin's Creed bring you back?
No,
well, like them doing actual historical figures, maybe.
Oh yeah, Cleopatra and
that'll make me gawk. That will make me laugh. I will definitely be able to mine anger and disappointment from it, probably.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah. All right. Do we have anything else, guys? Or
Okay,
wait, Zach.
so
the question was, yeah.
I want to know
how,
like these cards are exciting for like if you play modern, they're exciting because they're going to shake up modern.
people are
If you
really
play-
banking on these cards holding value. It seems like.
Yeah, well, this is the thing is I don't actually right now. I think like more than perhaps Modern Horizons 2, right? People don't know what the cards that are going to be chase are right now. It's like a big question mark. Like some things are obvious, like Flare of Denial is going to be good, but there's like no one knows what the Ragavan of this set is going to be, right?
Or if there even will be one.
Yeah.
Or if there even will be one, exactly, right? So it's really interesting where we're at right now. So yeah, but like you guys maybe are not as invested.
Not as.
I'm invested. I check Scryfall spoilers like religiously.
Okay.
Just
So
for
is there any?
Commander.
Well, next week perhaps we'll see what strikes your fancy.
Yeah, I'll take a
Okay.
look at Modern Horizons for next. We should probably wrap up because
Okay.
I still haven't eaten. I'm kinda
Okay.
hungry.
Yes.
Me as well.
But any final thoughts, lads? And Tor, you do promise the complete deep dive into Richard Nixon next week.
Yeah, I guess I could put what I'm working on hold for the Nixon was more of a fancy, but I'll try to do
if you have another PowerPoint for next week, then we will. You know, I'll wait on Nixon if you got something.
We'll
else
see.
cooking.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys. It was really good to
See you guys. Feed the
All right.
power.
Feed
One
the
pizza at a
piggies.
time.
Feed the hogs.